Welcome back to Kelly's Creations. Gonna do something a little bit different today. Been watching Tina Sacco over on TSR Creations, and her work is just beautiful. As a matter of fact, I've got a piece of it hanging up right here in my house, and I'm thrilled. She had been doing a video on making some jewelry, and so I thought what I'll do is I've got, of course, the piece that I've got on here and the earrings here. I just made those in my bracelet. And someone had asked me how I make them. Sorry, I'm just kind of straightening things up here as we move along. So I thought I would do that. These particular pieces came from the skins that dried on my table when I made this piece with Tina's recipe and her style. Now, as you can tell, it's obviously nowhere near as good as what Tina's does, but I'm debating on whether to keep this as a painting or to use it in making the jewelry because I love the colors, and I'm not all that thrilled with the painting. I still need some more practice on Tina's style. So while I'm debating that, I'm going to stick it aside because I don't want to get tempted and go ahead and use that. And I'm sorry, my studio is always a mess. What I am going to take is an old canvas that I did, probably like maybe a year ago. And I'm going to work with it and make a necklace, some earrings, and a bracelet out of it. So give me just a minute. I'll bring the canvas down and we'll get it started. Hopefully I'll be right back. You can see that really well. This was just a level 1 canvas that I'd done this on. And what I'm going to do is bring my razor knife and just cut it along the wood. Because I really love the colors that came out on this. I'm just not real fond of the composition that it finished up with. But I think it'll make some beautiful jewelry. So let me get this last cut, hopefully. Bring it down here. All right, now try and lift it up. Hi, Belle Belle. Can you guys, you probably can't see that. My new puppy's sitting right here saying hi because Mama's talking and he doesn't understand. So take and remove the frame, which I can probably use for, I don't know, something else, maybe balancing another frame on top of it while I'm painting. Hopefully the puppies don't get it, but we'll have to wait and see. So what I'm going to do here is choose, I've ordered all these from Amazon, and I think this time I'm going to do the square. Okay, find another one of those in here. It's actually not quite a square, is it? I ordered one with all different shapes because I wasn't sure what I was going to want to do. There we go. Okay, so there's the matching piece to it. So let me pick these up and put them back in the bag, and I need to just get myself a tackle box or something, I guess, to keep all this in. And then we are going to do a bracelet, again, from Amazon. Pick these all up. Okay, the rest of them back. And then we're going to do a necklace. So here are the blanks that I got from Amazon for the necklaces. Okay. So there's that blank. Now the glue I'm going to use is the Judykins Diamond Glaze Dimensional Adhesive, and I got this again off Amazon. The cabochons for the necklace come right with the kit. Okay, and just to make sure I've got the right one, I'll take the blank cabochon and drop it in there. Okay, set that over there because I want to clean it before I use it, and I believe this is probably the same size. It is. So we'll drop that over there. And then let's get out a couple of the small cabochons for the earrings. So they're right here. And I'm going to wind up, I'll show you the first one, but then I'm going to make quite a few off of this piece and maybe a couple of other old canvases that I've got that I like the colors, but not necessarily the composition. So let me take this and start first of all with just cleaning this off, and I'm just going to wipe it down. Okay, and you can see just cleaning it, making sure that I don't have anything on it. What I am going to do this time that I didn't do when I made the set that I have on is put on a glove so that I don't get my fingerprints on it. So let's do that. At least with this, I'll be able to save the gloves, which is not something we can typically do when we're doing pour painting. All right, so now I'm going to find an area that I really like the way that it looks through the cabochon. Okay, and I think I'm going to take, let's see, I like that right there. Okay, not sure if you can see that. Let me see if this will allow me to zoom in. Nope, still learning how to do some things here. Well, you know what I can do? Let me move my coffee out of the way. I can bring it up to you so you can see how I've placed that cabochon. Okay, then I'll take the diamond glaze and you use this directly over your artwork. Do not shake this. It says so right on the bottle. So let's take the cabochon up here. Squeeze a little bit of this on. Okay. Got a little tiny, I did have. Where did I put it? Anyway, we'll take a toothpick and just move it around. Make sure it gets all the way around the pieces, around the inside of that piece. If I can, I'll pop bubbles right then. If not, they'll press out. All right, so there's my spot there that I wanted this. And just hold it down for a couple seconds. Make sure I've got it placed exactly where I want it to be. And as I push it down, it'll push the air bubbles out of it. Okay? See? All right, so let's try now for the same thing. Now I've got that type of design, so I'm going to come up in this area with the other cabochon once I clean it to get for the bracelet. Okay, turn it over. Doesn't take that much of this glue. Move it around. Right now we're just adhering the canvas with the color to the cabochon, and then we're going to let that dry, and then we'll come back and get the cabochon into the jewelry piece. So let's take a look right, I like this right here. Okay, hold it down for a couple of seconds. Okay, and there's that piece. Now for the earrings, let's see, I think I'm going to take this little part right here, and what's going to happen is I'll take my two tiny cabochons, and let's see, they don't have, let's try over here, trying to get them where they're pretty well going to match. So maybe right here and right there. Yeah, that's going to work much better. See how those two will place? So let's get those glued down. Wipe it off. Diamond glaze. Really just takes a drop. Admittedly, these are a little harder for me because they're so small. Make sure my fingers are wiped off good. There we go. The other. Somehow I wound up with a piece of dog hair. That wouldn't do anything having to do with a new German Shepherd puppy. I wish that I could have my studio completely separated. Unfortunately, my house isn't set up that way. It's a very open floor plan. So half of my living room is my studio, and that means the dogs are here and they're running all over, and it is what it is. Just try and keep it as clean as I can and watch when I'm working. All right, let's get this one put on here. I don't want them touching. Let's see if I can't get that paint, or glue rather. There we go. Try this for a little bit of a cleanup. See, everything's placed the way I want it placed. Now I just need to let that dry on there. See, there's, it's going to be the necklace or the bracelet. There's the other large piece that will either be the necklace or the bracelet. And these two will be the earrings, and those will clear up more as the glue dries. So let me do that. For you guys, it'll be instantaneous, but I'll be back with you in a few hours. Hi, gang, I'm back. Okay, it's been about an hour and a half. Probably wait a little bit longer, but patience has never been one of my long suits, so I've just taken and cut these off the big portion of the canvas. This is the one that we did together, and then I took another canvas and I've created the greens and a different one for some different colors. So to keep this just the way that we started, let me go ahead and work on the ones that we worked on together. So now I'm just going to take my scissors and cut around the cabochon. Trim it as closely as you can. Try not to leave any points. Okay, now I'm cutting through canvas, so it's going to be a little bit thicker. Okay, there's the first piece. And I've not made up my mind yet whether or not that's going to be the bracelet or the necklace, so let's just cut out the other one and we'll take a look and see how they work together. So hopefully, I'm not sure if you can hear the puppy chewing or not. Everybody just been outside running around, and if you've listened to any of my videos, you know that I live alone, so it's just me and the pups. And they've been outside running like crazy, and the only way I could get the pup in, because he's not gotten real good on recall yet, was to yell out the COOKIES word, so he's over there chewing at the moment. The little wiener dogs have already learned from him to run and hide so that he doesn't get their stuff. So, all right, so I've got these two pieces, and they're ready. And I got to say, they're both just really, really pretty. Oh, my scissors are getting old, I think. Okay. All right. Make sure everything's stuck on there really good. Now what I'm going to do is, let's see, I think we're going to start with the necklace. And I think for the necklace, I want the darker piece to start with. So let's start here. We're going to take that cabochon and the same material, the diamond glaze. Okay. I'm going to put a little bit of that on the back of the cabochon. Take my toothpick and spread it around. I should have put this in my piece first and made sure that it fit well. Sorry about that. Okay, so now let's get that to the orientation that I want it to be, and I want it to have the darker spot on the bottom. My fingers are clean, and let's get that pushed in there. Okay, now I want to make sure I don't have any excess glue around the edges. Okay, it's going to need some time to set up, obviously, but take my fingerprints off of here so you can see it well. Voila! Look at the shine on that. Okay, so there's that piece. Now I'm going to take the cabochon that's the same size as the necklace. I'm again going to put the diamond glaze on the back. Make sure I get it moved around with my toothpick here. It's going to go over to the edges normally, so I want to make sure that what I just get, so I don't have as much cleanup to do, that I get just the edges without a whole lot of extra on it. Makes for a lot less cleanup, which I found out doing the pieces that I'm wearing. Okay, determine. I want it like that. Make sure my hands are clean. We're just going to squeeze that in there. See, by not overusing the glue, I've not had a bunch of it come out here on the sides. And voila, one bracelet. Okay, I think this set I'm going to do the rounded squares, I guess, for lack of a better term. Cutting as close to that cabochon as I can. And again, because I've not really waited as long as I probably should, I'm going to make sure that I'm continuing to hold really firmly on this. You can use a razor knife if you're comfortable doing that. I'm a klutz, so I'm not going to do that. That's just a little too close for me with my fingers. Okay, look at it. I don't have any points left on it, so that looks good. My hands are clean. Again, a drop of the diamond glaze. My toothpick. If you have trouble working with your hands, I know I've got arthritis in my hands, and sometimes, depending on the day, they can give me a real fit about not wanting to do things. I'm sure there's, like hemostats with rubber on them or something that you can use. And I want the stripe on these to go up and down, so I'm going to place this in there like that. Make sure it's popped in there. Don't allow any glue to dry on the top. Okay. And we're going to do the other piece, same. Cut it out. Because I really like this portion of this piece. Let's see if I can find a way to show. There you go. I'm going to try and conserve as much of that as I can. Okay, so I've kept that piece now because these are really small. I think they're like, I don't know, I'd have to take a look. They're real small for the centers. Okay. Get our diamond glaze. the extra off. So I don't want it squeezing everywhere. I just want it to have a good bond. And again, I want this to orient with the stripe going up and down. There we go, popped in. This seems to work really well with metallic paints especially because of the reflection. Okay, so there's the other earring. Now give me just a second here, and what I'll do is come back and show you with this sitting up on some kind of a stand. Be right back.